Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Mart. I am in downtown Granite City, Illinois, and right behind me is a brand new neon sign park that was just erected. It just opened just a few days ago. I wasn't present at the ceremony because I was out of town, but it would have been cool to attend. And the city of Granite City is definitely prepping up and stepping up their game for the 2026 year, which will be the 100th year or 100 years of Route 66. And they definitely want to take part in that celebration, and that they did, as long as it maintains its character and charm and nobody bothers it. But I'm going to take you on a little tour of Granite City. Then I'll show you a few other Route 66 classic sites here in this town. So here we go. Okay, so this is the corner of 19th Street and Delmar. And this is not really on Route 66, but they decided to put it here, and I think it was a great idea. I mean, this was all just a bunch of grassy land before. But I'm going to start with the sign real quick. So the full name of this park is called It's Electric Neon Sign Park, done by Great Rivers Routes, which is a tourism organization in southwest Illinois, Enjoy Illinois, and of course I believe the Illinois Route 66 Association had a hand in doing this. Maybe they were the ones that supplied the grants, I'm not entirely sure. But this is very similar to the place I went to last year in Springfield, Illinois, on the grounds of the State Fair. Like, they had the neon sign park there. Like, they had this, what do you call it, a smaller replica of the Chain of Rocks Bridge, fabricated by a net pattern company. And of course, I've been on the old Chain of Rocks Bridge many times, walked across it. Anybody who hasn't, be sure you do so when you're on your Route 66 trip. And you can also park on the Missouri side now too. And this is also an EV, electric vehicle charging station. Anybody who's got a Tesla or whatever. That is one of those Sinclair dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure Granite City had those at one time. But now, I'm going to take you to the first of three. Oh, and I'll show you that mural in the background too, and as well as the one that's over there, which you can't really see. Hudson's Jewelry Diamonds. This was on 1901 State Street. Roy Hudson moved to Granite City in 1940 and began working at Scotty's Jewelry Shop. In 1944, Roy Hudson purchased Alfred T. Ayton's Jewelry and Watch Repair Shop, located at 1915 and a half State Street. At first, the shop was referred to as Roy D. Hudson Jewelry and Watch Repair Shop, but was soon known as Hudson's Jewelry. Within a few years, the store expanded to include all of 1915 State Street and later moved to 1901 State Street and approximately 1958. A lot of State Streets. And then here's the Washington Theater. Now, there is a revamped movie theater just right over there, but that's not to be confused with that. But the Washington Movie Theater, I'll show you its old location after this. So the first Washington Movie Theater was opened on December 21st, 1910. Let's see, it's 750 people. Several years later, a balcony was added, making the seating capacity of 1,200 people. In 1911, the Air Dome was added next to the theater. Mr. Lando bought out the Lillian Amusement Company's interest in the Washington Theater and Air Dome on January 1st, 1923. 1 month later, Mr. Lando closed a contract with R. Levin & Company of Chicago to build a new theater, and ground was broken for the new Washington Theater on May 17, 1923. It was built with seating capacity of 1,780 in a large auditorium and balcony, a long promenade, a large lobby, and dressing rooms under the stage. It had an up-to-date first aid room, a smoking room, nursery, playroom with a nurse in charge. A Barton organ was installed, which could be lowered when not in use. Walter Parker was the first organist. A heating system was installed beneath the seats. The cost of the building was approximately $500,000. The theater opened on December 21st, 1923. Granite City Mayor Robertson switched on the new lighting system on 19th Street, called it the White Way, which had been installed by the Peerless Electric Company, and then led the way into the theater for the dedication. But a fire on 19th Street in 1946 caused the outside of the Washington Theater to be remodeled. The longest serving manager was Christ Pashoff, who managed the theater throughout its heyday for 33 years. The theater was closed for a time in the mid-1970s, but was opened in the 1980s as a multi-purpose venue for banquets, auctions, dances, boxing exhibitions, and second-run movies. In the early 1990s, the Washington Theater was demolished to make way for the Madison County Bus Terminal, and that's what it looked like back in the day. And by the way, these are all reproductions of the signs, the original signs, so yeah, these are definitely not the new ones. I am pretty sure that these were done by the Ace Sign Company, which is based in Springfield, because they're also the same group that put the ones up in Springfield, Illinois. And lastly, here is Reese Drug Store, 1322 Niedringhouse Avenue, with locations in all of the Tri-Cities, Granite City, Madison, and Venice, which are all kind of somewhat linked to each other. The first Reese Drug Store was started in Granite City on Niedringhouse Avenue in 1923 by druggist Walter A. Reese. Prior to this time, Mr. Reese was a manager and buyer for the Grand Olive Drug Store and the Union State Drug Store in St. Louis. After Granite City, other Reese Drug Stores opened in Madison in 1928, followed by the Venice Store in 1930. Expanding beyond the Tri-Cities, locations were opened in Wood River, Jerseyville, and East Alton. A second Granite City location opened as one of the first stores in Bellamore Village Shopping Center in 1954. To get a look at that classic sign. And then I'm not really quite sure what the story is behind this. Nothing has been historically marked about it. But IP and L 1927. Okay. And get a look at this nice mural. Of course, Granite City is about a few miles from St. Louis. That's the Chain of Rocks Bridge, which is northwest of town. And as most of us locals know, Granite City is known for its steel making industry. And yes, that's pretty much what built the town, as well as the many immigrants from Eastern Europe did as well, because they moved over here nearly a century and a half ago. There are lots of railways behind the steel mill. And then you had Mr. Twist Ice Cream, which is still standing. And here the mural continues from this alley. I'll be showing you later in the video about the OBrien Tire and Auto Care, which is on Namioki. They've definitely done their part in paying tribute to their status on Route 66. Now the Chain of Rocks Motel is still there, but of course it's not really, it has lost its charm over the years. But yeah, the building's still standing. Then you also got the Luna Cafe, which is, well, technically it's in Mitchell, kind of on that. Mitchell is an unincorporated community, which still has over 1,000 people, but it was never given the village or city distinction. But it has Luna Cafe. Now that place, I'll tell you more about it when I go there. And then you have the Bel Air Drive-In, which existed up until, I believe, the 90s, but the sign is still in the replica of the sign is in Springfield, Illinois. And then over there, I'll just go get up closer to that mural. So right at the Jim's Pawn and Jewelry Shop is this postcard mural. It was done by STL Sign and Mural. Really nice. Definitely a nice selfie spot. But yeah, it has the combination of the motel sign, the Bel Air, the Luna Cafe, Chain of Rocks Bridge, and so forth. Nicely done. So yeah, that's the Neon Sign Park, but I thought I'd show you this, the 19th Street and Edison Avenue. That is the steel mill. Well, just a little bit of it, that blue building. And then over there is the headquarters for the steel mill. And then that is right where the theater was. That is the Madison County Transit system. Like, that's the bus, and then that's the waiting station. And there have been many attempts, I mean, I shouldn't say attempts, but there have been a lot of different ideas to help revamp downtown Granite City. But for now, there's a lot of ghost signs, like the one right there. And there's also one in front of this building I'll show you. Carp. And unfortunately, nothing is at this spot right now. But maybe sometime in the future. And I know I've shown you this in a previous video, in one of my montage videos, the Illinois 66 shield. And then that over there is the mural. And then behind over here is a revamped movie theater. Deadpool and Wolverine Twisters is playing tonight. That is a city park, and then City Hall is just up that way. So, and then there's been some small businesses here and there that have moved into the community, slowly but surely. But I do hope this indeed attracts a lot of Route 66 travelers. But now I'm going to show you some other Route 66 places to stop at here in Granite, so follow me. Starting out north of Granite in the unincorporated town of Mitchell, where there are two classic motel signs. This is one of them, the Greenway Motel. Just down the road is the classic Luna Cafe, which dates back to 1924. It is said to have done business with Al Capone. It was also said to have been a brothel at one time, especially when the cherry part in the sign lit up. Today it still serves cold beer, but no food, except on occasion. And as you cross the pontoon road bridge, or the overpass, which is that right there, the first thing you'll see on your left, well, you just gotta look kind of closely across from that gas station, but you'll see OBrien Tire and Auto, and you can call that number if you need an appointment. And arguably this is probably the only business here on this route in Granite City that, to this day, in August 2024, that pays tribute to its roots on Route 66. That sign does light up well at night. And I'm going to kind of walk around here. And as you can see on the sign there, it advertises itself as America's oldest tire and auto repair. Congratulations, guys. You guys have earned it. And it specializes in several. So if you do have any car issues, this is your place if you're in Granite City, Illinois. If you do go inside, they do have some Route 66 travel information. I mean, if you just want to stop here and you have no auto issues, that's fine. And who can forget, yes, the nice giant tire. It's a nice selfie spot. 1926 and 1954 is when it went through Granite City. And I definitely want to feel this because, yeah, it feels rubbery. Yeah, it does. And then this is Illinois 203, also known as Namioki Road. And you'll be seeing fast food row, a lot of national businesses, plus some historical buildings here and there. But it's a very busy stretch here in Granite City. Some businesses have come and gone, but still going strong. And out here is Madison Avenue, which takes you into Madison, East St. Louis, and St. Louis. But you don't want to miss out on this ice cream place, because this is where they get your twist on Route 66. The place is called Mr. Twist. They got all kinds of treats, you name it, they probably have it. I really like how they have that cone on top of the place. So I settled on the puppy chow, which is peanut butter chocolate swirl with waffle cone pieces. Let's do this. Now it's not sherbet, it's sherbert, like Bert and Ernie. Hey, you want some ice cream, Ernie? Sure, Bert. Dad joke of the day, I know.
My thing is, we're gonna put the route, I'm getting ready to get all this, and we're gonna put the Route 66 symbol there.
Okay.
And then still get your, and then up here, let me show you.
Here? Or?
Yes, well, this is the oldest ice cream place in Granite City. It was established in 1947.
Okay.
So, very first Dairy Queen. Then my parents bought it 47 years ago. I started at 12 years old. My mom passed, but her legacy still carries. My dad's 90. He's still here. He still puts up everything. We make our own sherbets. That's what we're all known for. We make 14 different types of ice cream. We have really good ice cream too. We get people from all over the United States and the world coming here because we're on Route 66. We're established from the state of Illinois. So I'm getting ready to put up the Route 66. Get your twist on Route 66.
You got it.
Also, too, they can find us on Facebook, Mr. Twist Ice Cream and Sherbet, Instagram, Twitter,
Pretty much all over social
TikTok,
media. Yeah.
but maybe
TikTok
on Facebook,
too.
if you
Wow.
want to find anything we want to know, that's the best place to find us. We post everything.
And you guys are open all year round?
No, we're only open to October.
Okay, okay.
So
That's
we
good
open
to
in
know.
March In October, but really come out and give us a try. I guarantee you, you will love it.
Absolutely. If you love ice cream, there you go.